Let's turn to trade talks with China. They're in the final lap, at least that's according to Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. Talks resume in Beijing this week. That's where Mnuchin and U.S. Trade Rep Robert Lighthizer will meet top negotiator for China, Liu He. Let's go to the panel to talk about this because speaking of drip earlier with Boeing, obviously this has been an ongoing trade situation here. Promises. Are we really in the final laps? Is this really going to get closed there?
I mean, this is another report saying, oh, we're close to the finish line.
Yeah,
we're close to the
exactly.
finish line. We haven't really seen it yet. I think that when you just look at the GDP numbers for both of these countries, I mean, the Chinese GDP, which we saw about 2 weeks ago, surprised on the upside. U.S. GDP coming in on Friday showed that everything's chugging along as expected. So, when you look at the economic data itself, I think that there's not much pressure to get this across the finish line in the next month or 2 months or 3 months. I think that obviously in the long term, as President Trump continues to harp on the idea of, wanting to get more fair trade, that is part of his long-term prospects, especially to get reelected in 2020. But I think for right now in the short term, probably not too much pressure to ink a deal right now.
I'm actually going to take the other side of that.
Yeah, and I'm curious why they keep even saying we're in the. Why say anything?
Well, because you kind of have to. The reason I say I'm going to take the other side of that is I was long a bunch of stocks, 48 to be exact, in November and December that just kept going down every day. And it was so upsetting. And I really put the blame for that on the fact that U.S. and China were so far apart. And then we got this drip, which is why I'm actually okay with drip, that no, wait, things are getting better. No, we promise things really are getting better. And now we actually get to the point where the discussions, at least from what we're told, are substantive, like getting rid of the joint venture requirement. So I know it's drip. I know it's taken longer than expected, but this is complicated stuff. I mean, they're completely re-engineering the relationship between the two countries. I am long Alibaba and Weibo, so I do have some skin in the game here. I think it is important and that they get a deal done. And I would also tell you, again, this is just me talking, but I think the reason that GDP, which you mentioned, is getting better than expected is because we are getting that drip. I really do.
And I think, to be fair, that's a great point that you make about how difficult this deal is to engineer. I think that for the most part, the actual trade of goods has been negotiated, and pretty much both sides are on the same.
Like we need each other, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's been the forced intellectual property transfers and basically protecting IP on the U.S. side. That's really been the hard point for both China and the United
enforcement
States.
Mechanism of that as well.
Right, and that's completely qualitative, right? You can't just hash out the numbers. Oh, this is the number that we agree on. It is a legal issue, and even after they come to some agreement, that's not to say that they still need to enforce it. There needs to be some sort of mechanism in place to make sure that both sides are complying with that agreement. So it's a long-term kind of agreement that they're looking at, and that takes time.
It does. We'll see how much more time.